So, a little bit of a different video today. I've been thinking about doing this for a little over a year now. This is now the time to kind of implement it, kind of take action with it, and I feel like I'm a little more prepared for this. But what I'm talking about is doing my first ever fasting. I'm going to be doing a 4-day fasting. This is mostly to hopefully help get rid of a little bit more of that like stubborn fat that just won't go away. And this is also kind of more of a mentality of putting my stamp on everything that I've been doing just over the past 2.5 years, which is absolutely insane with everything that I've been able to accomplish in these 2.5 years. But this is something that I kind of want to do a factory reset for myself. Basically, as a coworker put it, and in putting it in food terms, since this is kind of a food channel, basically I'm a brisket that's stuck at 190, and I need it to be like 195 or higher, and it's just not quite doing much. It's cooked, it's looking great, but it's just not quite there, and we gotta bump the heat up. We gotta toss the heat up a little bit. So that's basically what we're doing, is doing a factory reset on the body and just trying to keep getting better each and every day with this whole weight loss journey, which again has been kind of a miracle in itself. But to once again solidify it and be able to not stay complacent with where I'm at, but to continue to grow and get better and improve. So that's what we're doing. I will go over kind of the things that I'm doing. Basically, it's just coffee, tea, water, and maybe even some like salt water or lemon water. But I'm keeping it simple. This is not for the lighthearted. I hope to gain something out of this, but this is the start of day one. In fact, day one started about 3.5 hours ago. That was my last bite of food. But we are in it. We are ready to go. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. But I'm not like scared nervous. I'm excited nervous. I'm ready to see what comes of this and how this all goes. But today is, well, day one. Alright, so it is the start. Well, actually, it is the morning of day one. The body is definitely letting me know that changes is being affected. More like routine is being affected. Right now, it's definitely like, hey, what are you doing? Not the kind of start I wanted to today. I was hoping for a little easier start, but hey, it's a fast for a reason, and not many people do it for a reason, and well, yeah. Woke up today, starting weight was 224, so we'll see. And I was actually kind of surprised with how much I ate last night. Sorry for the sound of my coffee machine, but I am going to do black coffee today. I did have a tea this morning before I went to the gym. Alright, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by my coffee machine, I did have a tea this morning, and just to have something. But here are a couple of the teas that I have. I have some green tea, couple boxes of green tea, and then I have a peppermint tea, which will help with cravings and whatnot. Should help. Well, fingers crossed. And then I got some regular black tea, and then I also have a ashwagandha tea and possibly a ginger tea. I have to read it again. And then black coffee, which is right here. You like the mug? Mm-hmm. My stomach immediately was like, hey, so we're eating soon, right? So we're going to have eggs soon? So we're going to have grits soon? We're going to have almonds soon? Are we going to have anything soon? So for that first hour and a half that I woke up, my body was definitely screaming at me for a little bit. It's kind of subsided now that the tea is kind of kicked in. I did go to the gym for a little bit. I only went for about half hour-ish. Did light cardio, like really light cardio. Strictly just that. Like I didn't do any weightlifting today because I'm not trying to burn through all of my reserves in 3 hours. So not trying to kill the vibe in less than a day, full day. So yeah, we're not gonna do that. But right now I'm gonna go get ready for work, and then I will give you guys an update tonight and hopefully roll straight into day 2. So yeah. Alright, so day 1 is in the books. Yeah, so day 1 was a rough start. I'm not gonna lie, day 1 was a rough start. We were not starting off strong at all. I will say that it felt like as the day went, it got a little easier. It just, yeah, it was not fun. Like it did not feel great. But I didn't ever feel like I was starving. If that makes sense. I definitely feel like I could eat everything in sight right now. Not necessarily, but staying on top of water, staying on top of fluids was definitely a key today. The peppermint tea that I got, this guy, was a big help. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of definitely helped with the whole hunger suppression thing. Other than that, I'm alright. Like this, I thought today was not gonna be necessarily horrible, but I thought it was gonna be a lot worse than this. Now, obviously I still have 3 more days left, but day 1, went a lot smoother than I thought. Did not get the hunger headaches, which we're gonna keep our fingers crossed that it stays that way. But honestly, like day 1 wasn't too horrible. Now, I'm sure that the purists will come after me, and I don't really care because I'm just trying to survive this 4-day thing. But apparently, Bubbly, their regular lime, is acceptable because it's just carbonated water and lime. And there's no added sugar, there's no fruit juice, there's none of that. So it's just soda, water, and lime. So that's kind of a nice plus to here. So I'm gonna add that to the list of things to enjoy. But I think I've had possibly about 3 of these. This would be actually almost 4. And then I've had my fair share of tea today, but I'm going to have one of these, go to bed, and then we'll start day 2. But actually we're kind of in day 2. We're a couple hours into day 2. So, bam. But I will see you guys in the morning. I'm going to bed. Alright, so it is morning of day 2. So what did I say yesterday? I was 224. So I lost about 3.5 pounds on that one. I'm going to slow that down a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. I want to start adding some like salt water for today. So I'm going to add a little bit more salt water today to try and retain some of that moisture so that I don't just drop weight so fast. But it will also help keep the muscles hydrated. It won't keep me as tired. It won't keep me as fatigued, hopefully. So that's kind of the main goal today is we're going to up salt water. But that bubbly definitely helped. It kept my stomach full, which was nice. And I could sleep well. We're on to day 2. The hunger pain isn't so bad right now. Yesterday when I woke up, the hunger pain hit me kind of hard. It was pretty rough. And it was like right out of the gate too. Today is going to be, I think, a good day. But I am going to go to the gym for just a little bit, do a little bit of cardio, light cardio. Feeling a lot better like I said, I was feeling a lot better towards the end of the day yesterday. I'm feeling pretty good right now. We're going to keep it that way. But like I said, today's goal is to up salt water a little bit. I had like 2 little mini cone cups of salt water while I was at work. But I think with the little bit of movement that I don't do today, because I don't have to work as much, and then the little to no movement tomorrow and Sunday, I think we'll be okay. I think we're doing all right, But I'm going to head to the gym, and then I'll come back and I'll make some coffee. All right, so just got back from the gym and actually just got back from the grocery store. But I went ahead and bought some lemons and limes to put in my water. Trying something different just to see what happens. I figured if the bubbly helps, I don't see why this won't help. Another thing that I'm going to start doing, especially with the teas, is start adding some spices. Not heavy spices, just some cinnamon and maybe even some nutmeg. Probably just stick to cinnamon. We're grinding. Like I said, we're start of day 2 and we're killing it. So if anything exciting happens, I'll let you know, but let's get through day 2. All right, it is the end of day 2 and the start of day 3. I couldn't be more excited. Yeah, I'm tired. Today was a lot more kind of trying to relax as much as possible. Thankfully, I didn't have to work until the evening, but I definitely needed a little bit more relaxing type of day today. I'm hoping that tomorrow isn't so bad. The hunger pains were not as bad this go around, which was kind of nice. Did a little bit of ginger tea today. That helped a lot. But I'm going to bed. I will see you guys in the morning. I cannot wait to start eating real food again. I will never, ever, ever underestimate real food ever again. Good night. All right, so we are down to 2:18. It is the morning of day 3. And to kind of show you what we're dealing with is this was day 1. So the weight loss has slowed down a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Still egregious, still a lot. I mean, that's almost 6.5 pounds down in 3 days. But it's slowed down. Kind of taking it easy today. We're going to do a lot more just chillaxing today. I got some tea going. We are going to try something different. I was a little nauseous yesterday, and I read that it could have been like caffeine. So we're going to just stick to ginger tea today and see how that goes. But other than that, keep you guys posted. But yeah, we're going to tackle day 3 and see what happens. Hopefully, can't be any worse than day 1, and definitely can't be worse than day 2. Day 2 was a little bit more manageable. It still sucked, and it was still pretty crappy, but day 2 was a little more manageable. Let's hope that day 3 is a lot more manageable, and then day 4, and we're in the home stretch, ladies and gents. I am looking forward to day 5 morning, because day 5 morning I am ready to tackle food again. I'm so ready. Obviously still got to take it slow, but I'm ready to get back into the swing of things. All right, we are officially 24 hours away from breaking this freaking fast. I cannot wait. I am so ready. Today was a lot more manageable, and I also think it helped that I didn't do a whole lot today. I mean, I did some cleaning around the house, fixed some things up, put some stuff together, whatnot. But for the most part, kind of relaxing for the day helped me out a lot and kept me from losing my bonkers and really wearing myself out. But yeah, we are at the start of day 4. My feed has been filled with food stuff, and I am not having it today. So no. But we are really, 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 really excited. This right here is what we got for tomorrow. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. I'm excited. I can't wait. The end is near. The end is near. The end is near. Alright, so update. It is almost 6 a.m. on day 4, which means we are 12 hours into day 4. I am going to go to the grocery store, get a couple of things to make a fruit smoothie for when I do break said fast. I'm going to see how I feel, but I think I'm going to call it a little earlier than I wanted to, mainly to get back to some sort of normalcy. But I've been up since 2 a.m., and that is my body's way of saying, hey, bud, 72 hours was more than long enough. Let's tackle a full 4 days some other time, but not bad, honestly. I'm genuinely impressed with myself. I wanted to make it the full 24 hours, but by the time I get stuff done, it'll be over halfway through 4 days. So you know what? I'm all right with that. You know what? I'm okay with that. Is way more than I could have asked for. But I'm gonna go to the store real quick before I decide anything. Give you an update when I get back. But we ended at 217 even. We started at 224 and a half, 224.2, and so not bad, not bad. I'm perfectly content with that. I'm happy that it didn't just keep dropping off, because if it did, then something would have been horribly wrong. But I'm all right with that. So under 220, 217 even. I'm totally stoked by that. Yeah, let's go to the grocery store and let's get this party started. Alright, it is exactly 3.5 days. It's time to crack her open. I'm just going to do a little 8-ounce glass of chicken broth, and this is reduced sodium chicken broth. I am gonna nuke this for like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, just to get it warmed up. So, before I cut the cord, I'll say this. Is it a bummer that I didn't make it 12 or the next 12 hours? Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, I'm proud of what I accomplished. I'm happy with the results. I'm glad that my body didn't completely shut down. It's just when it's time, it's time. I'm glad I did the research I did. I now know a few other things to add on to that, but I'm happy with the results. And will I do this again? Right now, no. Will I do this again in a year? Maybe. But anytime soon, no. This is the most excited I've been about chicken broth in a long time. But cheers to the new year. Cheers to an almost 4-day fast. And cheers to health. But time to sip. Oh yeah, and that's the important thing. Sip everything the next day. Don't chug it. Don't inhale it. That's a no-no. So, slowly, we're going to taste this. I'm not going to lie, I felt that through my whole soul. I don't know why. I literally felt the pressure just release from my body. That was the weirdest feeling ever. That felt good. So, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this. And then I have a breakfast that I'm going to make. I'm going to make a simple smoothie. I hope you guys got something out of this. I hope you guys enjoyed the journey. If you guys are new, make sure you hit that sub button. Throw a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And as always, peace out. And I will see you guys in the next one. I have never been so excited to drink broth a day in my life.